is currently about 3:10 in the morning, and I'd rather be asleep right now. I'm tired, but I told you in one of the past videos that curling was my favorite Olympic sport for the Winter Olympics. And I honestly haven't really watched a whole lot of it because I just didn't check the schedule and been busy with other things. But right now, the US is close to making history. They are close to winning the first gold medal for curling for the United States. So this is awesome. I'm glad that I'm up, I'm glad that I'm awake, and that I'm getting to witness this. So look at this, here we go. There you go. US wins the first gold in curling. And I got to see it. Congratulations to John Schuster and the team. I had to stay up till after 3 o'clock, but the US got it. So whether you like curling or not, this is still a cool moment. Get a gold medal using a broom. How cool is that? Like, who knew that that would pay off, right? It's not exactly a broom, but you get the point. Maybe I should practice my sweeping. Maybe that's my ticket to the Olympics. Start cleaning everybody's floors. But now I'm going to sleep. So, good night. Maybe good morning, maybe good afternoon. Don't know when you'll watch this. For today's first meal of the day, it is currently 12:30. I don't know what's gonna happen. This meal, it may be 2 o'clock before I eat. You'll find out why. Instead of just doing my typical throw stuff in a pan, make sure it meets the macros, whatever, I'm gonna be a little more ambitious today. Component number one is going to be a recipe that is called Just Like the Real Thing Lasagna. And this is from the website Peace, Love, and Low Carb. So I've gotten my ingredients out for this recipe. 2 eggs, 4 ounces of softened cream cheese, 1/4 cup Parmesan cheese, 1 1/4 cup mozzarella cheese. My favorite, as you know, Italian seasoning. I have garlic powder, onion powder. So those ingredients right there, that's gonna be for the noodles. For the filling, we're gonna use 1 pound of grass-fed ground beef, mozzarella cheese. I don't have any ricotta cheese, or ricotta, however you say it. So I'm gonna replace that with cottage cheese. More seasonings and stuff, and I'll tell you about those when we get there. That's gonna be this first recipe that I attempt, and we'll see what happens. There's also a sauce that I have to make for this. 3 cheese garlic marinara low carb gluten-free sauce. Ooh. Didn't look into this, so I don't know if I have what I need for this. Biggest thing is tomatoes and tomato paste. I'm not sure if I have that, so let me check. So I got a 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes, not crushed, but we're gonna use that. Then I don't have any tomato paste, but I do have some organics pizza sauce, so I'm gonna use that. So the first thing I have to do is make the noodles. It says this is gonna be the hardest and longest part. Alright, so turn on our oven, preheat it, 375. See, this is why I need a regular tripod, because the angles are all weird and everything. So I've got a 9 by 13 baking dish, kind of lined with parchment paper. So I got my bowl. Now I'm to mix together cream cheese and eggs. Alright, next add Parmesan cheese. Use half a teaspoon. It says 1/4, but I like my Italian seasoning, so I'm going to use half a teaspoon. Garlic powder and onion powder next. Calls for 1/4. It says 1/4, I'm just going to use a half. Now we're to fold it in. I guess it's because we don't want to break up the structure of it. You want it to still be like cheese and not just soup. And now I'm to spread it into the baking dish. Easier said than done. There you go, you can see, spread evenly on the bottom. Okay, now gotta bake this for 20 to 25 minutes. So here we go. Get Siri to do the work for us. Set timer for 25 minutes.
Roger that. T-minus 25 minutes and counting.
Okay, now for the filling. If I can speak. Filling. Time to cook the meat. Okay, in this pan we have 16 ounces of our beef. We've got some salt. We've got onion powder, garlic powder, and some Italian seasoning. So while the meat is browning, the noodles are cooking, I'm gonna make the sauce now. 28 ounce can of tomatoes. Normally I probably wouldn't use this. There's probably other healthier options out there, but this is all I had, so I have to go with it. 1/4 cup of the pizza sauce to replace the tomato paste. Meat is almost browned over here. Mozzarella, Parmesan. Careful that we don't spill it all over since we got a very full pot. Alright, so I got a little ahead of myself. I was supposed to let the tomato sauce and pizza paste or whatever simmer for 15 minutes before adding the cheese. I added it way earlier, but hopefully it works out. This is the point where you typically drain this out, but I'm on keto, so I want the fats, I want the juices, so I'm not gonna drain it. If you're concerned about that kind of thing, go ahead, drain it out. I'm not. There it is. Let's see what we got going on in here. Hopefully it's what it needs to be. That looks interesting. It smells good. I'll tell you that much. It smells really good. That is our noodle layer. This is supposed to go into the fridge for 20 minutes. I know, everything's taking a long time and I'm getting hungry now. In there, here's a tip. If I had known how long the noodles were gonna take, I would have done all the noodle stuff first and not started the meat or the sauces until the noodles were in the fridge. So next time, because it's still 20 minutes and I already got my meat cooked and I basically got my sauce done. So I'm just gonna try to fill this up to 3/4 without burning myself. 3/4 cup there, and pour it into our meat mixture. The less tomato you add, the lower carb it's gonna be. I need to cut my noodles into 3 sections. Cut it into 3 slices. You know what? Pizza cutter. That's probably a good tip, huh? Let's do that. 1, 2, and 3. Alright. So, pour 1/4 cup of the marinara sauce into the bottom. Alright, so we got that. The first noodle layer. Put that on. Look how nicely that fits. Layer 1/3 of the ground beef mixture on top. Top with 1/4 cup mozzarella cheese. 3 tablespoons. 1, 2, and 3. Cover with another noodle layer. More of our meat in. The mozzarella cheese. 3 tablespoons of cottage cheese. Put the last layer on top. Probably less than maybe what should be there, but it'll work. And last thing it says is sprinkle some Italian seasoning, which is my favorite. I'm gonna dust this Italian seasoning. More time. Now we have to put it back in the oven and bake it for 20 minutes. 20 more minutes. Alright, the last step has been done for the lasagna. Countdown time, moment of truth. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
3, 2, 1. Timer down.
let's see what we got. It's not the easiest, but look at that. Looks pretty good. I can't wait to eat some of that. Looks good. Yum, yum. Item number 2 is going to be cauliflower mac and cheese from the recipe on the website Don't Sweat the Recipe. First step is to get a large pot of water boiling. Okay, another note. The cauliflower also is going to be baked at 375, so I've left the oven on so I don't have to worry about preheating that, so that's good. So we get my dish that we're going to cook the cauliflower mac and cheese in. And once again, I'm just going to spray it with my cooking spray. I like Smart Balance Original. I would put the camera here and show you as the pot begins to boil, but you know what they say, a watch pot does not boil. Guess it's shy. I don't know. So I need to cut up the cauliflower. Man, oh man, this meal better be amazing because I'm putting in the work today. Organic head of cauliflower here. Alright, that looks good to me. Go. Cook the cauliflower until crisp, tender, about 5 minutes. Alright, drain the cauliflower. Let's put it back in the pot to get more of the moisture out of it. So, there we go, back in the pot. Now we've got to make the cheese sauce. So here we go. We're going to do 1 cup of the heavy cream. Like that. Add in the cream cheese. 2 ounces. Now 2 teaspoons of our Dijon mustard. And whisk it around so that it doesn't burn. Add in the cheese. Alright, adding in a half teaspoon of Himalayan pink sea salt. It says half a teaspoon of pepper. I got this pepper grinder, so I'm just gonna crank that a few times in there. Is 1/8 of a teaspoon of garlic powder. So let's put a little bit of that in there. Now we take it, pour it on our cauliflower. Alright, here it comes. There's the cheese and the cheesy mac and cheese. Man, it smells so good. Just mix that up. Some more shredded sharp cheddar, so I'm going to use that to top with. Look at that. Whew. 15 minutes and it's done. I got the food here. I just wanted to get, there it is. I mixed the mac and cheese with the lasagna. Just want to get a taste test here before the battery goes out. That's really good. Obviously, it's very cheesy because instead of noodles, it's cheese. But man, that's really good. Really, really good. Someone who has missed Italian food, yes, this will be a new staple in the diet for sure. And now, some of the cauliflower mac and cheese. Again, cheesy. Good. Cheesy. It does remind me of mac and cheese. So, I would say overall, success. Well, I definitely recommend that you make this, particularly the lasagna. If you're on keto and you're missing your regular lasagna, this is worth it. This is worth making. The cauliflower mac and cheese, yeah, it's enjoyable too if you're really missing that and you like that. But again, it takes a lot of time to make, and I could probably just cut up some cauliflower, throw some shredded cheese on there, microwave it, and be pretty good. So, but the lasagna, that's a hit. So I'm gonna enjoy this meal finally and rest. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope those meals turn out good for you. I can leave the recipes and the links to the recipes in the description, so you can try them out yourself, and maybe you can change the ingredients up and make some, make a version of your own.